Hello and welcome to my channel. I am giving a reading for the collective for an energy update for the week of March 3rd through March 9th. And we have a lot of cards here, and you can't actually see quite all of them on the screen. But I'm going to start with the tarot cards, which, very interestingly, I have here the pink rider. Well, I think of it as the pink rider, and when I first pulled it, I was thinking pink, with forgetting that it's actually a holographic rainbow set. So I'm seeing that as rainbow energies coming in this week, and that is strengthened by the fact that I also have a gold rider deck, and the gold came in as well, which immediately I knew was gold energies. But with the rainbow, I'm getting that it's both of these energies, and particularly the gold energy that I'm coming in as like abundance, and the like God connection, and we're having a lot of emotion come in. So we have the King of Cups, which is about mastering your emotions and having full control over them. And interestingly, the other card that we have is the Ace of Cups, which also is about emotions, an overflowing amount of emotions. And I see this as like success and everything coming towards you. But what's really interesting is that I was pulling these rainbow cards, and then when I was shuffling the gold deck, the exact same card came out. And it didn't just come out of the deck, it actually flipped. So it was definitely meant to be to show that we are having both of these twin energies coming. And then we also have coming in the I think it was called, it's called Universal. Okay, Universal Celtic Tarot. And these are interesting cards. We have the Four of Swords, which has to do with rest. And in this version of the card, I think this might be a troll. I guess it's a troll. But I'm seeing it as like that you've turned to stone. So it has to do with rest and contemplation. And with it having like a stone quality, I see that as a long amount of time put into rest and contemplation and I was going to say reflection, but not really reflection, but self-care and going inside, but not necessarily reflecting on the outer and what has been happening and what you have done. And then the other card that we have from there is the Nine of Wands, which typically has to do with having strength and being successful, which I can see this version of the card being that, because you could say that if you are this little goblin, I think that's a goblin, on the board, and you're coming in all successful. But what I find interesting is that we have this guy back here spying on him. And so I'm not sure how to read that for the message that's coming in. It could be comparisons. I could see it as a guy comparing himself to the troll, but nothing is coming through from the other cards about comparison or jealousy, and I'm getting that would be reflection. So I'm not quite sure what is coming from this, except I don't know. I get the success, but I feel that there's something else in this card that I'm not quite grasping. But what definitely stands out the most to me in this card is the glow, which actually is like a golden glow coming from the wands on the bottom. And I get that giving me a feeling of like magic, but I still don't know how that is connecting with the guy, although the guy does have a glowing wand as well. There's something about the key to success. He has to come to lay down the ninth wand. So I don't know if maybe it has to do with cooperation. It could have to do with cooperation. But anyways, we'll move on. Okay, so also then we have travel coming in. So again, we have two cards for this coming in. We have the travel card saying your life purpose involves traveling, which these are life purpose cards, but I'm just getting travel right now. It's coming in. So it is a time where if you have been considering traveling, this is a good week to do so. That doesn't have to be far traveling, like taking a plane and taking a vacation. This could mean just taking a drive to a location near you that you've been thinking about, and it can be as simple as even just going outside, which is also coming in. So just deviating from the norm is coming in. So treading off the walked path and getting outside and out of your home where you might spend most of your time. And before that, I actually pulled this card, which is Journey, which has to do with travel, but can also be beyond that and be it could be an inner journey, which is coming in as well, but I am getting the main focus here being on the external and actually leaving your home and going to places you don't necessarily do. And if you've been wanting to do grid work, or if you do grid work, this is a week where that energy is coming in to do that, and begin doing those steps if you have been feeling the call to before this. And then also we have the goddess Cordelia coming in, which specifically says go outside. You've been indoors too long, go outside and get some fresh air. So changing the environment and energy around you by getting that fresh air and a new environment. And then we have also Asia came in, which is interesting. So this could have to do with the travel, meaning that if you have been wanting to travel to Asia, this could be a good week to do that. If you are doing grid work, I feel that this is coming in as grid work for Asia. But then also this is from the Past Life Oracle deck. So I can see this also as having to do with lineage energies from Asia and anything that is in your like Akashic records of past lives in Asia and clearing out that energy this week. And then we also, interestingly, got from that same deck, Biblical, which I was getting as Christian energies, still coming in again, but also it still has to do with the ancestral lineage line. So we are clearing out Akashic records having to do with the Bible, and that's the general area where the Bible takes place in like the Middle East. And then also the picture has to do with woodworking. So I'm getting that it also has to do with hard work and clearing away distortions of hard work this week. And that it has to do more with us resting this week, which is also coming in through, we have the broken heart card, which has to do with emotional hurt and the healing process, but it also has to do with self-care and resting. And so I'm seeing this week as asking us to, hurts may come in this week, but also looking at the hurts that we have been suppressing and not acknowledging, and actually putting energy towards that healing process. And we have Sekhmet coming in that can help with that energy. This specifically says wounded healer, so putting energy into healing yourself instead of just healing others. And then also, if you're a healer, taking that rest from healing. But then also, we can call on her to be our healer as well. I'm seeing all that come in for this week. And then we also have, this goes with this. So we also have Bastet coming in, which says independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success, which this card also has to do with taking a step back from other people and being solitary. So this would also have to do with the going inside and like healing yourself and doing that yourself. Although you can obviously call for help, such as Sekhmet or Bastet. And we also have coming in Hathor. We the Hathors. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So we have Hathor coming in for this week. You can also call in on them for help, and you can call them in for help with if you're trying to do group work as well, I'm getting, and then also with like loving energies. So if you're having trouble loving yourself, the Hathors are coming in this week for that. And then also I'm getting with the birth as a portal, I'm getting like birthing, it's coming in with the words of birthing trauma or birthing karma, but I want to say birthing trauma. So clearing distortions that come with birth and the birthing process. And this can go both ways. You being born, but also if you have given birth. And you can also go back into your past life experiences with birth and giving birth as well. So that is a distortion that we are working on this week. And then we also have, this I guess I should have put earlier. With the self-care, we have water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. So making sure we're resting, making sure that we are eating what our body actually wants, not what our mind says that we want, what our appetites say, and taking care of our body, making sure that we are exercising and being gentle on ourselves as well, especially if we have any issues coming up that might prevent us from doing certain things. If you are having like pain when you're walking, instead of making yourself get up to go do something just because you can, maybe don't do that this week. Let yourself rest more and put off some things if you have to. And then we have with the inner work that we have coming in, we have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. So recognizing what we are addicted to, but also, like I said, just things that we more kind of do on like impulse, that we think that we want, but we really actually don't, but we do it more because we are addicted to the process. We are addicted to the patterns that lead us to doing that thing. So this could be, for example, just an example, if you are not vegan, then maybe you are only having milk because you have like a programming that says that you drink milk instead of the fact that you actually like milk. So that could be an example. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're addicted to milk, as in you have to drink milk every day or you crave milk, but there is a program there that is that you are addicted to, that tells you to continue to drink milk. And coping mechanisms. So what it is that you do when you are having that hurt come up, and assessing how you handle that and finding healthier ways to deal with it this week. We have also go with the flow, so letting go, cleansing, receiving. Like that previous card said, letting God in, letting God provide for you. So receiving from the universe, cleansing yourself and your body by reassessing what it is that you are putting into your body and what it is that you are thinking and doing, and letting go, not focusing so hard on accomplishing things. And if we do all that, then we will have miracles happen. This could be this week or this can be beyond this week, but the work that we put in this week is what is leading towards having miracles come in. And we also have ancient wisdom, so calling on the ancient wisdom to help us bring that in for us. And with that, we have trust. So trust your feelings and dreams. So trusting the universe to provide for us, trusting the universe to bring us miracles and healing us and helping us shed the pain that has come into our lives. And we also have raise or promotion card coming in, which has to do with a increase in abundance flow. And that this is a result from positive focus and willingness to take action based on divine guidance. So, following our passions and narrowing our focus on what is actually important, and following that divine spark that is within us and fully putting that into what it is that we are doing instead of just doing on impulses and out of these program habits. And we also have coming in with that, focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So, figuring out this week what your priorities in life are, not just your priorities of the day, and focusing your energy towards that. Prioritize what it is that you want to create in the world, and what results you would like to create from those actions, and put your focus on that, and then focus on that divine trust, and then that abundance will come forth, and miracles will come forth. And then we also have savings. So even though abundance is going to come, possibly it won't come in right away, or it will come in, but you may have a habit or an impulse to spend too much that you would be better off saving. So we have coming in as well savings. Consistently saving for the future, for your future self. And it also says this is a part of your self-care to feeling secure so that you can focus on your life purpose. So saving is in our best interest for this week, not necessarily because we have to, but because it is going to help us feel more secure. And by feeling more secure, we can have more trust in the universe. And we then also have telepathy coming in from the Pleiadians. So we have Pleiadian energy coming in, and we have universal knowledge also coming in from them. I'm going to look in the book just to see if there's anything in it. Okay, yes. So the telepathy card says, it arrives when your pineal gland either needs to be activated or a message needs to be received. Do not underestimate how powerful the center is, not just spiritually, but to your overall health and well-being. Dedicate time in the now to tune into this sacred instrument and be open to receive any messages. So, we have telepathy coming in. We have new telepathy coming online for people, but also this card is telling us that this week has to do with focusing on our pineal gland, and that, if we're going to work on psychic abilities this week, we should focus on telepathy and increasing our clairvoyance through our pineal gland. And then for universal knowledge, there has been a great deception on your planet that has resulted in the masses losing touch with the greater story of their star ancestry, covered up by false education, colonization, and a corrupt media conglomerate. The human race has been led to believe that they have simply evolved from apes. Although the genetic makeup of the Homo sapiens has many similarities to this species, there is also many flat-out deceptions that have been infused by false powers to create a block into fully understanding one's true star origins and the truth of why one is here. So, I'm taking that as having to do with disclosure then. Disclosure and finding your own truth. So the truth of your ancestry, the truth of your origins, the truth of your past lives, but also the truth here on Earth, the truth of what is going on behind the scenes, what is going on within your actual body and your soul, and where it is that you're going and why you are here. What is your actual purpose here on Earth? What are you trying to do with your human experience here on the planet? And with that, we have the Great Mystery, which I do not actually have the guidebook for these, so I don't know what specifically this card is referring to, but I get this as, like the mystery of the universe, the mystery of the cosmos, of what is going on with the divine and the system of the planet, the matrix of the planet. And then we also have, from the same deck, we have Prayer Feather, which, this is Native American energy. And we have, prayers. So, meditating, praying, asking, and manifesting this week. But we have with the feathers, I'm getting the bird energy, freedom energy, with taking flight, allowing yourself to take flight, and working with feathers if you see them this week, and paying attention to when birds show up this week, and what it is that you're doing when those birds show up, because those will show up as a sign for synchronicities and telling you that you are moving in the right path with whatever action it is or thought that you're having at the time that you see that bird. And we also have a African goddess, Jumbi. I hope I say that right. And she's masked. So we're having like the different masks that you play, that you wear in the world, and taking assessment of these different masks and why you wear them, and deciding if they are necessary for you or not. Why is it that you put these masks on? And I lost what I was going to say. Okay. What sort of programs are connected to that? What is it that you are hiding when you hide behind the mask? And then for these, I'm going to look in the book as well, but we have more Native American energy coming in. We have revolution, which okay. So I had looked at the spiritual meaning before I started this, but I didn't look at the earthly meaning that is involved. So if we go back to the Nine of Swords, it is comparison, because this card says the earthly meaning is avoid comparison. It is neither too soon or too late to claim your life for yourself. It is not always time to harvest. Okay, but as a spiritual meaning, we have the revolution of the planets, the eternal cycle of life and rebirth, what begins to rise and then falls away and end is but a small part in an endless journey through without any clear start or climax. In the bright stillness of the divine mind, every journey flows through love. This is your journey, your time, your season. Shine. So recognizing the revolution that we are always on, that we are going, beyond our life. We are always in this revolution that is continuing, where we are rising, we are falling, and feeling that energy. Noticing throughout each day this week and from week to week, continuing, like where you rise and fall, where your energy rises and falls, where your what you would call luck rises and falls, how your energy rises and falls. Oh, I think I already said that. But anyways, that is what I'm getting for that, but then also the comparison, and I think that has to do with like the self-love. Don't compare yourself to other people so that you can, love yourself as yourself without outward effects. And then we have abstinence, which I believe had to also do with it's inner work. I thought it had to do with like independence, but interesting. Actually, the earth meaning of this also has to do with masks. It says, absence of agenda, stress, or desire to wear a mask is required so you can be fully present once more. So removing your mask. Okay, don't focus on what is present, but on what is missing. And then for a spiritual meaning, we have a journey in meditation through the endless dimensions of yourself. Gaze into the dark mirror of eternity and see the infinite light of your soul. Relax and go within each day, even if it is only for a few minutes. So again, we have self-care, going inside, facing our darkness, and we have taking off our masks. And then we also lastly from this deck, we have discernment, which of course has to do with discerning information and discerning what it is that we believe and decide to, think as our truth. Okay, interesting, yes. So as an earthly meaning, this also has to do with our earthly actions. So like I said, what it is we're putting into our body. Choosing good food. Optimizing our health. Our attitudes about ourselves. And as a spiritual meaning, it says, surround yourself with works of peace and compassion. Take on beauty and joy. And concentrate on love and the natural flow of the world and the highs and lows. Okay, and then lastly we have 3 cards coming in from the White Light Oracle, which we have Alpha Waves of Alcyone, which has to do with the alpha brain waves. Which says a twist of fate and good fortune is coming, alleviating negativity, finding strength. This is Pleiades energy coming in. Alcyone is the brightest star in the Pleiades star system. It is the frequency of love and the sacred feminine healing power of compassion and grace of mercy. So we can also call in on the Pleiadians if you would like. You can call in them for healing this week. Okay, when this card makes its appearance, we're near the deepest, darkest phase of our suffering. In contrast, we are already beginning to emerge on the other side. So if we put in the work this week, we will move past these, the dark part of the work that we are putting in this week. We will move past it. And the alpha brainwaves allow our imagination and intuition to become heightened. Okay, I thought I said something else about the alpha, but it just explains alpha brainwaves. But basically, meditate will put us in alpha. We also then have Yoganini of 285 hertz. So we can listen to 285 hertz music this week. It says we're having closing doors, missed opportunities, changes coming in, realigning ourselves based on divine wisdom and timing. Divert from unnecessary obstacles and suffering. Trust in how your life is unfolding. Stay true to your authentic healing journey. When the Yoganini of 285 Hz makes their presence felt in a reading, it is a sign that we are on a powerful healing journey to connect our body, mind, and soul with the truth of our spiritual nature. We are working at an inner level to let go of past pains and open up to our empowerment and grace, dignity, and legitimacy in the present moment. Okay, and 285 Hz is for the treatment of wounds. So, listening to this to do our bodily wounds, it says bodily wounds, but this may help with your internal emotional wounds as well, although I think maybe going with the whichever Hz it is, I don't remember, that is connected with the heart chakra would probably be the most beneficial with emotional hurts. But it is the 285 is the tone of optimal health. It is access to the original vitality of our spirit and seeks to infuse that well-being into the body, mind, and soul. This is the tone of healing. Connecting with what has fallen out of alignment and bringing it back to center. It is the frequency of our cosmic blueprint, helping to heal our physical body and align us on our soul's journey, synchronizing our inner and outer lives. So, listening to 285 Hz this week, and then our last card is also telepathy, once again coming in, telepathy of Terra Mater, which is about spiritual fulfillment and sacred manifestation. Do not be logical about it. It will evolve organically. Cleanse the heart and settle into life with more trust and peace. Okay, again, we have jealous coming in. They may feel jealous or denied. It will likely grind and wane and perhaps try to undermine your spiritual progress by labeling your work as selfish or deluded or irrelevant. That is what egos do. Best to note it, have compassion for it, then ignore it and get on with your sacred task. So continuing, even if other people are jealous of you or, put what you're doing down as selfish. This card comes in with guidance that Earth Mother knows your spiritual destiny and how to help you fulfill your life purpose. So this week, we are having help come in, guidance come in for your life purpose. The Divine Feminine Creatrix, so creating from our feminine energy, our emotional energy, the slower, more flowing energy. Don't let your intellect stifle your imagination. Trust in the inspired idea, unconventional guidance, and heart-honoring intuitions that occur to you. All right, so that has been the energy update for this week. I hope that it is helpful, and I will see you again next week. If you liked, please consider liking and subscribing.